Right, Biden's administration has requested Congress to include an extension of the Presidential Drawdown Authority (PDA) for sending weapons to Ukraine through 2025 to make approximately $2.8 billion available beyond September the 30th. Well, hopefully Congress will approve it, but the chances for Ukraine to get similar military support as it happened the last year with this big military bill for 61 billion United States dollars, well, for the next year the chances are almost zero for Ukraine. Nevertheless, Ukraine has the continuous support from the European Union countries, and hopefully with all of the common efforts, Ukraine will be able to withstand against the Russian attacks. The winter time is actually the crucial one for Ukraine to prepare. That's why the military support is most important during the winter time to be later used during the summer campaign, the active phase. Alright, we have the info that Ukraine wants to obtain 12 of the Viper attack helicopters spurned by Slovakia. What does the spurn mean? Okay, understood, rejected. Well, probably Slovakia has other options. For Ukraine, those helicopters could be awesome solution. So now the White House administration has been informed to reroute those helicopters to Ukraine. Hopefully it will be done, but again, for those helicopters, the new pilot training is required. The training for the helicopter is usually more expensive. However, I think it could be done and even faster than on F-16s, because there is not such a huge difference. As for me, I'm not the expert in helicopters, but I think the difference there is minimum. And who actually might help Ukraine with those helicopters? Well, the Prime Minister of Slovakia, Robert Fico, and his cabinet. They say that the attack helos, so helicopters, are no longer high on its shopping list. Instead, they would like to see the discount for the Patriot air defense or additional F-16 fighter jets. So it could be the awesome news for Ukraine. Attack helicopters are really needed in Ukrainian army. Alright, here we have the operation of the Ukrainian armed forces. Many of the boats that went to the Crimea 2 drilling platform in the Black Sea. Allegedly, there the Russian Sukhoi Su-30 was targeted by the Ukrainian Manpad air defense system. As you can see, the platform was also damaged there. This is not the oil but the gas platform, and it doesn't cause the significant damage to the environment. Well, still there is the damage, but not as significant as from the oil. So why is it important to zero those platforms? Because Russia uses those to put their radars, air defense systems, and also they might attack some of the civilian ships that are coming to Ukrainian ports. Like for example, they did yesterday with a Turkish ship full of Ukrainian grains that was going to Egypt. The statement from the Anthony Blinken, the situation that we already knew with you for sure. So the Russian intelligence works with RT and many of the Russian propaganda channels with intention to spread the Russian influence to the Western media. I guess Blinken said about it after the facts appeared that definitely RT sponsored some of the influencers in the West, some of the bloggers who betrayed their country. And that's our job here, my friends, to make the counter propaganda to fight the Russian one and propel the influence and interests of the Western democracies. The Russian clowns like Nebezheva, the representative of the Russian Federation in the United Nations, said that if the United States or any other country will approve Ukraine to use the long-range weaponry on the territory of Russia, they'll take it as the direct involvement of those countries into the confrontation with Russia. So NATO-Russia war in that case will start. One more red line, isn't it? Ukraine plus allies crossed many of those Russian red lines. It's not the first time Russia is saying about that. We have an awesome animation cartoon from Ukrainian artist Frionis. I'll link his video right in description below. You may watch it with English subs.